So I started to study myself. I found most people don't know who they are. They really don't.
I've had to go through so much growth.
What do you mean? I mean, I know my name, I know my age, I know where I live.
Yeah, that's not
what
you,
else
though.
is there?
You know, that's
what
just
size?
it.
2 years ago, I started struggling with my understanding of masculinity.
What you do is what the whole universe is doing at the place you call here and now. The real you is not a puppet which life pushes around. The real deep down you is the whole universe.
You know what? Here it is. I got to be completely vulnerable here. Especially the fact that I'm filming this is kind of crazy. Speak through me. I've been wanting to try and create a brand. I've been trying to create a brand that's just for me personally to try and change my own life. Yeah. Let's be completely honest. That's where it is. I've been trying to change my own life by trying to create content. I've been trying to be a content creator for years. I didn't realize it at the time, but I've tried building YouTube channels a few times now. And the first time I was pretty good at being consistent when I was younger, when I just kept going out and filming all sorts of videos, didn't really stop me. I just kept doing it. And then I stopped at one point. Just because I had other things going on, and I a different time too, and didn't really know what I was doing. Had different interests, but you know what? Where my life is now, it's so different. So much has changed. I've had to go through so much growth in the last while. And, you hear all the time that people don't care about your story. But then you have people tell you, people care about your story. Especially if they want to buy from you. They want to know you and trust you. And, yeah. I feel like I've been acting. I've been trying to build this brand, and with all of the videos that I've made in the last little bit, has all been true, but the reason behind it is what I have concerns with. I've been struggling with trying to find a way to make money. Like everyone else in this world who's trying to find how they can get by. I'm doing the exact same thing as everybody else. We're all struggling to get by. And I keep thinking, oh, if I do this, this is gonna go viral. Oh, if I do this is gonna change my life. Oh, if I make this much money, it's gonna change my life. All these things that I get fed and talked about, and they're all real issues. They're not fake issues. Not at all. I have so many interests and intrigues that I keep thinking, okay, yeah, what's great about a personal brand is I can share my story. And so far I have been. But it's all been with the mindset in mind of, I want to build my brand so I can make money off my audience. That's been like, and it's not like the exact way I'm thinking, but like essentially that is the easiest way of putting this. I want to build a brand where I can make money. And I'm done thinking that way. The last couple of weeks, I've been fighting, having an internal battle that just cycles. It's been a cycle every week. And I'm used to this cycle because I've gone through this cycle many times. When I used to work in the film industry, this was a common occurrence. I would work anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week, or more like the equivalent of 6 days a week, and having one day off to really recover. I put myself in a very similar spot, but luckily it's not all work. Currently, like, I at least am in more control and I can decide not to do certain things, but I've made promises to people that I would be somewhere when I said I'd be there. Trying to create this personal brand has been an experience that I'm still going to do, but I've had to try and figure out why this is happening over and over again. When I first started this brand, I started creating content every day. I was trying to post every day. And the amount of stress that it put on me to be in these states of just build. I've been trying to figure out what is going on. It's got me tired of it. I'm so done with it. So, this isn't the most easiest of things to say, especially when it comes to the internet. There's so much else that is just kind of coming on here in this way. So many different opinions. So it's weird to say this. Recently, I've been a part of a community that has really changed my life in a lot of different ways. I became a Christian. And this changed everything for me. Changed everything I understood about this world. And I grew up around it. I've been surrounded by it my entire life, but it's not until now that I realized that I need to actually have a relationship with God. So I didn't understand that. Not when I was a kid. I should really share a little bit more about how this came to be. I didn't realize I was searching. Honestly, I think the search started at least 2 years ago. It really did. 2 years ago, I started struggling with my understanding of masculinity. I had a relationship with a friend fall apart so quickly, and we were super close. And I'm not sharing this because I'm like, pity me, please. I'm sharing this because this is how it started. Because of what happened, and because I had no idea what I was doing and how to understand anything going on in my life, because I really thought masculinity at my start was all about who you're sleeping with. It's bombarded online about that. Or if you're making money and having all the money in the world and just being rich. That's what I keep being told is what masculinity is. You know where I go to try and find this? find help in this. And my questioning of masculinity started in that area, in those two areas, searching. As a kid, when I was younger, I never really went on any dates. Actually, I never did. And a lot of people look at me and think that's weird. And I look at myself and thought that was weird. I chased this idea of relationships. The idea of me wanting a girlfriend was at the top of my mind all the time. The amount of times I showed up on set thinking, hey, maybe I'll finally meet that person. I was never taught how to deal with it. And that's what drove me into thinking I didn't understand masculinity. Because I never got taught, I looked at my dad as someone who would have taught me that. But I never asked questions. I never did anything about it to try and change that. So when I went looking online to try and find out more about masculinity, of course the first thing you start learning is, well, you need to sleep with lots of women, you need to make tons of money. And for the longest time, I was struggling to even just wrap my head around that. It made sense to me because it was something I never experienced. But yet, I grew up being taught good values when it came to masculinity, about being kind to others. So it really went against what I understood it. When I look at my relationship with my father, I sometimes wonder, why didn't he teach me that? But I realized I never asked. I didn't think I had any good role models. See, but I do know that that's not true. I have a supportive father. My dad's always been there. And I know he's done everything he can to have helped raise me. He worked hard. He still does. My grandfather, both of them, fortunately passed away. But my papa is the most loving person you'll ever meet. And quite hilarious at it too. Before trying to film this video, I sat down and just kind of made my realization of why am I constantly in this cycle? Ups and downs, feeling really good about one thing and really bad about another. The spiritual battle here is wild. Because I've been attacked by the devil with fame and wealth. My dreams fell apart. My whole way of understanding the world fell apart. I enjoyed my job. I woke up every day excited to go to work. There were long days, and sometimes, I hated waking up early and trying to make it somewhere. But it was still tough. This idea of being perfect. I didn't understand why the thing I needed, I didn't have. See, for me, not only was shy, but there's nothing about me that I liked. There's nothing about me that stood out. Not only was I shy, I was secluded. Yeah, you know what? Some people might label me as an introvert. And maybe I was. Maybe I am. Personally, I don't believe that. I don't believe I'm an introvert. I'm not an introvert anymore. Furthest thing from it, I love people. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I love getting to hear people's stories. So I can't say I'm an introvert. I don't want to be in a rush. I'm not in a rush for this thing to grow. I want to be patient. I want to be kind. I want to be loving. My love of people is I truly believe in community. Because I've struggled with not having community for so long. See, I still think there are things that are important. Fitness taught me a lot. It changed my life. Physically, I have never felt any better. I still have my struggles. I struggle with my nutrition. It's the biggest thing, and most of it is situational. Struggle for it. But when it's come to trying to understand what it is I want to do, I know I want to create community of people who love being alive. A community of people who are open-minded, willing to discuss any sort of topic. Because I am done saying I have to target this one topic. I got to do this one thing, and that's it. You know what my one thing is? It's Jesus Christ. So if I want to talk about politics, if I want to talk about fitness, if I want to talk about how interesting God has created this world into the science of the human mind, let's talk about it. I've been struggling here because I've been trying to do this target one thing and not really sharing who I am. I'm pretending to be someone I'm not by using my story and replicating what someone else has done. Not anymore. I'm done with that. I'm gonna do the thing that guides me. And however the Lord guides me is how I'm going to be going after this from now on. If that means I have to speak scripture, I'll speak scripture. If that means I have to continue to be raw and vulnerable, let's do it. Because I'm so tired of chasing. It's time to start being a little bit more still. If this story resonates with you in any way, whatever it may be, please share what you think below. Share your story, because at the end of the day, that's what I care about most. I want to hear people's stories because we are so interesting as human beings. We're all struggling, and we're all trying to be perfect. So let's stop being perfect. This is going to go out in the universe, and whoever's going to see it is going to see it. It's going to affect certain people, and it might not affect anyone, and I'm okay with that too. But it's not about me. And it's not about you. It's about trying to change your life. And discuss cool things. So if you like this video, please drop that comment down below and subscribe. Because this is the plan for this YouTube channel. To be raw, to be loving, to be kind, Spread some positivity into this negative world we live in. And let's change our life in positive ways. Because maybe you're like me, and you're done chasing everything else that's been around us. I love you. You have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you soon.